Hi guys, it's Bailey. So today I just kind of wanted to talk about getting out of a rut because I feel like I've been in a rut for like a little bit now, like a couple weeks, and I thought that it'd be kind of cool to like experiment with you. I've been seeing a lot of these videos and a lot of people just kind of talking about like their personal experience with how they got out of a rut, and so I'm still kind of in it, and I think it'd be kind of cool to like do it along with you guys and see what works and what doesn't. So I have a list of a bunch of different things, and I'm going to try to do a bunch of them today and throughout the week and see what happens. So the first thing that usually helps me get out of a rut is to just clean my entire space. And my space, like, the apartment's relatively clean right now, but it could be better. Like, there's just a lot of stuff kind of like sitting and it doesn't really have a place. So I want to try to find like some organization things that I can use. I had the idea to take a cereal box, and I have this marble contact paper, and I wanted to just put that on top of it and make it kind of like a little filing thing so I can put my papers and just clutter that I have and try to make it look a little bit more organized. Then the second thing I want to do is to clean everything, like deep clean. So I'm going to wash all of my like bedding and my pillowcases and just anything I can wash. I'm going to wash it, bring it to the laundromat, and then I'm going to just kind of wipe down all my surfaces, dust everything, vacuum everything, mop everything, and just feel like it's clean, because that is a great feeling when you feel like everything is just clean and lovely and you feel productive, and yeah, hopefully that'll help. So then the third thing that I want to do is to get inspired. So I have behind me an inspiration board that I made, and I actually have clips of me making it in October, I think. It was from a vlog that actually never went up. But I really like my inspiration board, and I feel like it actually really helped me because I was in a rut back then and I just needed to get more inspired and like figure out what my goals were, which is mainly like this third tip, is to just figure out what you want. And I like to do that by bullet journaling, by just normal journaling. Just like try to figure out what your goals are, like long term and then short term to get to those. What like little steps can you take to start working towards a big goal? Like for me, I want to eventually write a book, so I can start like just coming up with ideas, brainstorming a little bit every few days, and that could be something that works towards writing my book. Or you could do something like wanting to get in shape more, like wanting to be healthy, and just start figuring out, like sign up for like classes, things that you can do to make that huge goal a little bit more attainable and be able to feel like you're working towards it every week, which is something that's really cool. And then you can kind of feel more productive and inspired by doing that because you're actually doing something to make it towards your goal. So the inspiration board helped a lot because I can wake up and look at it every single day and be reminded of what my goals are. So I have things like different like churches that have like really cool like visual effects and stuff, and it just reminds me that my main purpose is to be serving God, and I eventually want to become a pastor. So that is a big goal for me and something that I'm working towards in classes and in volunteering. But that's like one thing that I'm working towards. And then I have different like yoga poses up there that look really cool because I really love yoga. I work at a studio, and I just want to be able to use that to get exercise and to just feel as like mellow and strong as I can. And a lot of these poses require a lot of strength, and that's something that I've never felt really strong before, and I want to be able to be like, yeah, I can lift that. I can do a handstand and move my legs around, like sure, like I'm like strong and I'm working towards being strong, which I think would be really cool. So that's something that reminds me of that every day. And when it's like 7 a.m. and I don't want to wake up to go to yoga or to go work out, then I look at that and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm working towards. That's going to be amazing, and I'm doing little things to get there. The next thing is to make yourself a bucket list. And I know that that sounds so cliche, but for me, I'm making a bucket list for New York right now in my little New York journal that I have. And I want to figure out everything that I want to do while I live here, because I might not be living here for a very long time. So I, for example, want to go to the Met a few more times, and I want to explore like Spanish Harlem and go to Staten Island and like just do things that I've never done after living here for a year and a half. And I just want to have these little goals that I can work towards, and I'm planning on taking Polaroid pictures every time that I do them, and like hanging them up, so it kind of shows me that like I did something. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get all those done. But you can do it short term like that, or you can do long term. Like I have a travel bucket list, and that is very long and really specific, like taking a road trip around Scotland, or swimming with whale sharks, or going to Tuscany. Like I have so many things that I would love to do. And those are kind of things that remind me that there's so much to do in life and so much to do in this world, and hopefully I'll be able to get a lot of those done and work towards those, which would be really cool. But yeah, just start making a list, and it kind of just, yeah, it reminds you that there's so much to do and there's so much to be working towards. And when you're sitting there and you don't know what to do and you kind of feel uninspired and like nothing's really worth your time and maybe you just want to sleep, like I've definitely been there this week, and just remembering that there's so much to do in the world is really exciting and really inspiring for me. Number 5 is stepping outside of your comfort zone. So something that I did a lot last year that I haven't been doing very much this year is just going by myself and exploring places. And I'm doing online school, so I'm actually home alone most of the time right now, and that's been something that's really hard for me because I am like the definition of an extrovert. Like if I'm not around people, I feel so drained and so tired and so bored. And as soon as a person comes, I'm like so excited and energetic and like I need to be around people. So if I stay at home all day by myself, I start to get really lazy and start to get really like just kind of sad, and it's not good. So something that I need to be doing again is going out by myself. So things that I did last year were going to museums by myself, going for lunch by myself, just going on adventures by myself. I would go to church by myself a lot because I didn't know anybody there yet. And I would just show up to events that they had and meet a ton of people, and that's how I made most of my friends here. So it's definitely nerve-wracking and terrifying, and even though I love doing it, it still freaks me out. And not knowing anybody and being kind of alone is like something that's really freaky, but I think it's something that's really important. And once you realize that nobody is looking at you and nobody's judging you in the way that you think that they are, like when I used to like have lunch alone, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like they must all think I have no friends, like I must look so sad. But nobody cares. Like it's not, I don't know, something that I realized last year a lot was you think about yourself a lot more than other people think about you, and everybody else is thinking about themselves. So if you put it into that perspective, everybody's thinking about them and what people are thinking about them, but a lot of people aren't thinking about you and what you're doing as much as you're thinking about you and what you're doing. And that's something that like really helped me out, because it's like, who really cares? And even if somebody does like care, like I'm improving myself and I'm working on myself, and they're probably doing the same thing. So you know, in the end of it, if you are becoming a better person and working towards living a better life, who really cares if anyone has anything to say about that? So yeah, I would encourage you guys to just step outside of your comfort zone, however small or big that might be. I know that it's absolutely terrifying and it takes a lot of work, but that is something that really gets me out of a rut, is to just do it. Okay. And then my last tip, the 6th tip, I think. The last tip is to shake up your daily routine. So something that I definitely have my like set routines. I do like pretty much the same makeup every day, eat pretty much the same things every day, and that can cause a rut so much more than anything else. And I think that routines are great and routines are important, but I think that shaking up little things in your routine can really, really help you get re-inspired and to feel like you're out of a rut. So something that I've been doing is listening to new music, because I am so affected by music, and I'm sure a lot of people are too, but like I'm getting my morning playlist in, so I have like more like pump up songs and like fun songs and stuff that just really like gets me out of bed and gets me like excited for the day. So trying new music or trying new foods. I have a whole Pinterest recipe page of different things that I want to try to make, and I tried making like a tofu parmesan the other day that actually turned out super good, and I was so excited about that. But that kind of helped too, because I eat a lot of the same things because I can't eat very much. But things like that, or just things like doing your makeup differently or doing your hair differently, or just like going to a different coffee shop than you usually go to, or I don't know, meeting up with friends that you usually wouldn't meet up with. Just small things like that that kind of change things up a little bit. You could redecorate your space. You could choose a different day to like get all your stuff done. Like I like to have a gist day, which I got the idea from Kaylin Nicholson, who I absolutely love. But it's just like a get your stuff together day. And I like to make that Saturdays, so that would be today for me. So that's always so refreshing and so nice for me. I used to do that on Sundays before I was working there all day. But just having that day to kind of look forward to in the week and being like, okay, I'm gonna have one day and everything's gonna be together. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna plan out my week. I'm going to meal prep if you meal prep. Like just getting everything done in one day is so nice. So making a gist day, but if you have one already, changing the day that you do that. And yeah, just get excited, get inspired, and I think that following some of these tips will probably help me, and I will come back to you guys in a few days when I've done all of them, and we will see. All right. Hello guys, so I am back. It is a little bit later and I feel like I am finally out of my rut. So I just wanted to come back at the end of this video and kind of talk about what I feel like helped the most and how I really got out of it, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you guys. So basically, I followed most of these tips, and I'm actually going to be making a video of my New York bucket list, and I'm also going to be making a video of me moving soon, and there's lots and lots of exciting things coming up. But before that, I feel like the thing that really helped me, the bucket list definitely helps, because I was so excited to accomplish things, and like throwing random things into my normal life was really, really nice. Making it kind of a mission, making it kind of exciting. It was really, really fun, and it still is fun. I have just a little bit left here, like a month left in New York, and it's getting exciting. The idea of squeezing in a trip to the Hamptons and trying to find ways to do everything in time makes it really fun. So that's one thing that was really helpful. Even if you're not moving right away, just having a list of things to do when you're bored or you want to go out and do something but you don't know what, you already have that list of things that you want to do and accomplish. The second thing would probably be the most important, and this is pretty obvious if you know me, but just really like spending time with God has really, really helped me through this whole process, and recognizing that I was in a season of waiting for things and in a season where it didn't feel like very much was happening in my life, but really He was orchestrating something so much bigger than I could ever imagine, and I'm very, very excited to share with you guys what that was. But yeah, I think that just having faith and being able to trust that there's something bigger than what's going on in the moment just really helped me get through it. And the last thing was starting a gratitude journal. This is something that I used to do in high school, and I forgot how powerful it was. There was a message on like a couple Sundays ago, and they were talking about gratitude and how we need to be grateful, and I used to be really good at this, I feel like, and kind of lost sight of it. But just recognizing all the amazing things that are around me and how many things that I'm living every day that I was praying about and hoping for and dreaming about just like a year ago was just insane to me, that I hadn't even recognized the fact that living in New York was my biggest dream, or getting to be able to have my Connect group and this whole group of friends that I've made this year. And I'm just so grateful, and to be able to turn around and look at everything around you and be in the moment and be mindful and just be grateful for everything that you have really, really helped me to just appreciate the time that I was in, and to start feeling like I was really living each day to its fullest potential. So that is what I got out of this whole experience, and I hope that it was helpful for you to watch this video, and I hope that you get out of your rut soon as well if you're in one. And yeah, I just wish you guys the best, and I will see you soon. Big things coming soon. All right, bye guys.